The holidays can be the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be a time of crushing stress, overwhelm, and loneliness. The passing of tWitch boss has spotlighted mental health in our country once again. The dancer and former DJ for The Ellen Show died by suicide. Earlier this week, his wife posted her first public comment since the tragedy. She posted this photo on Instagram with a caption saying that her heart is broken, that the family misses him. And this tragic event follows the suicide death of country singer Naomi Judd earlier this year. Meanwhile, Twitch's mother also posting a heartbreaking message to her son on Instagram saying she wishes she could just call her son one last time. A new Gallup poll showing that Americans' positive self-assessments of their mental health are their lowest in more than 2 decades. In all, 31% of American adults describe their mental health or emotional well-being as excellent. It's the worst rating by 3 percentage points. Earlier this evening, I spoke with psychologist Dr. Gardere to help us understand this silent crisis. Are there any warning signs that we can look out for in someone who is struggling?
Yeah, certainly what we see is they may have some sadness. They may be feeling down. There's a loss of interest in the daily activities, especially the ones that they really had a lot of joy with at one point. Lack of energy, low self-esteem, avoidance of social activities, poor appetite or sleeping, sleep problems, hopelessness. So one or few of these things in combination are a sure sign that something is going on as far as some sort of a major depressive disorder or any kind of a depressive disorder.
And when you saw the headlines about Twitch, can I ask what immediately went through your mind as a psychologist?
Yeah, that basically that when it comes to something like a depression, though he has not been diagnosed and I've never examined him, of course, but if there is a depression, certainly there is no particular face to it, right? So this is someone who seemed to be very happy-go-lucky, was full of joy and happiness. But what we need to understand is that's what we see on the outside, Natasha. What's going on the inside is something that is completely different, especially when we're looking at social media and having a brand and having to keep a career. Many people don't talk about some of the struggles that they may be going through or their unhappiness.
Certainly, and we still don't know, and we may never know exactly what Twitch was dealing with on the inside, you know, and certainly all the love goes out to his family right now. It has certainly ignited a national conversation about warning signs and also questions around high-functioning depression. Can you help us understand what high-functioning depression means and what it might look like?
Sure. Well, when we look at high-functioning depression, these are individuals, if they have it, who are able to work through many of the hopelessness and negative thoughts they may have. They may be type A personalities, high achievers, and many times they are diagnosed with something that we call dysthymia, which now has been changed to persistent depressive disorder. And this is something where we see it's not as severe as a major depression, but the depressed mood may be mild, moderate, or severe, and it is very chronic. People deal with this for years. And because it is sometimes less severe than major depressive disorder, a lot of people don't get help for it. So they're not diagnosed, so they're not getting medications and or therapy that certainly can be very helpful.
If someone in one's life is struggling, if you've made that determination that you are concerned, what can you do?
You really just have to take them by the hand and show them the resources that are out there, validate a lot of the feelings that they're having, if not all of the feelings. Let them know that they are not alone. You can even share some of your own struggles that you may be having as far as depression or bipolar or some other mental health challenge, so that they know that they're not alone. And you really are smashing that stigma of talking about having a mental health challenge. Take them by the hand. Take them to an emergency room if they're suicidal. Get them online to a support group or take them to a clinic, but don't leave them alone and let them know that you will be with them the whole journey.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.